3 earthquake spells, 2 lightning spells. Queen has the giant arrow. Fireball is here as well. Fireball goes up and the town hall's up, but the arrow snipes the town hall. Klaus is saying, fear the tribe. He's saying, tribe should fear me. Welcome back to the Coco Invitational. The lower bracket match is live, and we have Darkstar and Riras up against Klaus and Teemper. Now, again, just a reminder for those who have not watched any of the previous matches, the players are required to do at least one creative match each, creative attack each in these matches. Now, Darkstar is starting with some mass P.E.K.K.A.s here on this base. Started with that Warden Walk on that left-hand side, and he's already prepared very nicely for the Flame Flinger as well. He's already cleared out a lot of buildings, found some of those hidden testers, and used some of those Zap Quakes in the middle of this base, clearing out... What did he get down? I'm not 100% sure what he did get down in there. In the middle of the base, though. Probably a spell tower, maybe even both of the spell towers. I don't see them around scattered on the base. He's using an invisibility so that warden ability doesn't go off already, since the warden did take quite a bit of damage already. King and the queen with those P.E.K.K.A.s already powering through that north-hand side. The warden's abilities are helping out very nicely. That rage gem makes sure that they're doing as much damage as possible. And the eternal tome combining here as well, making all of these heroes immune to the incoming damage. Now, those clan castle troops will emerge, and in here we have those triple ice golems, which means everything is just going to be slowed down. This the ice golems holding everything in place. That monolith doing some damage, but Darkstar sent in the Royal Champion from the left-hand side so she can get that done nice and quickly. Now he's freezing the amount of damage going in, so on the additional P.E.K.K.A.s coming in on that right-hand side, freezing it back to back for the P.E.K.K.A.s to approach the Town Hall. Now Darkstar has a lot of hero value still left. Queen ability as it just goes off, and the Royal Champion. Royal Champion has the Hog Rider puppet at hand, dropping some additional troops on the battlefield, getting those last few defenses down, and Darkstar has done it. And not just kicking it off with a triple, but a triple with mass P.E.K.K.A.s as well. Nicely done. Let's see how Klaus and Teemper respond to that. Right! Klaus is in! 50 barbarians, 50 archers, 50 goblins, and 50 regular wall breakers in combination with 4 healers. 4 healers. But we have 3 earthquake spells, 2 lightning spells. What is he up to? Queen has the giant arrow. Fireball is here as well. He's got that warden on that left-hand side already. A little bit of cleanup on that right-hand side. Now, the warden has a few troops in here for support as they try and clear out some of those buildings. A few hidden testers popped up. Is that going to change his plan a little bit here? We'll have to wait and see. We have more troops coming in for cleanup on that right-hand side. I'm assuming he wants to get this hidden Tesla down. That's why he's sending quite a big bunch of archers and barbarians in. There comes a Rage in here as well, because he's going to be targeted by that Ground Expo and the multi-archer tower. Fireball goes off and the Quakes do damage, but the Town Hall's up, but the arrow snipes the Town Hall, gets it done, clears out the middle of the base as well. I think the monolith in here went down too. That is huge value. But no more hero abilities for that warden. No eternal tome and no invisibility vial for that queen. We've got queen on that right-hand side. Royal Champion is pulling the warden into the middle of the base as she goes from defense to defense, getting the scatter shot down in the middle of the base. Queen is continuing with those healers on that right-hand side. Get that Eagle Artillery down. It's going to be very, very nice. On the left, Klaus has got the Flame Flinger coming in, which is going directly towards a mortar. And he has seen that So he has to distract the mortar perfectly for the Flame Flinger to take it down. Now the King has just been deployed there on that north-hand side. World Champion still alive. She's hanging on though. The Expo is going to do a little bit too much damage though. Warden also takes quite a bit of a hit. Will be going down here as well. 1 rage, 2 freezes for that King. Wall breakers storming in to open up these walls for the King. A skeleton spell to distract the enemy queen in this compartment as well as those defenses. And the King, with his abilities, absolutely wrecking these defenses on that left-hand side. He uses one of those freezes. Queen is up on that right-hand side, but he's just sending in cleanup at this point. Nicely done. He has those Valkyries from that clan castle from the Flame Flinger that he had deployed, but Klaus absolutely crushing it here with the brand new Fireball and the Archer Queen Giant Arrow. Nicely done. A triple to respond, which puts them even. Riras is up. He has 3 Electro Dragons. Oh, he's got a clone in the mix here as well. I wonder if we're going to have a super minion clone blimp? I'm not sure. We got the King, Queen, Ice Golem, Warden. All the heroes pretty much going in towards that north-hand side. Putting on for the World Champion at the moment with a jump to connect towards this monolith. And Electro Dragon did come in already to clear out the pathing on the outside of the space to make sure the heroes do go in towards those important defenses. Now we do have a super minion clone blimp in the middle of Klaus's base here, getting the Townhall down. The Eagle Artillery. We're continuing here as well as we go through. The Scatter Shot will be going down. Getting that Expo on the left will also be pretty nice value for those ground heroes coming in. Now the heroes also have a secondary jump as well to connect them to that right-hand side of the base. He has already used that Warden ability since he used it for the heroes, but also the blimp to go towards that Town Hall, meaning it's all about that rage gem. But unfortunately, the Warden will go down. King has already gone down here as well. So Riras opts to use that Queen ability here as well to give him some additional healers to help push his hero towards that south-hand side of the base. Now on the left, we still have that 1 Electro Dragon. Freeze coming in on the Expo and that multi-Inferno. Now what scares me is this single Inferno here next to the King. However, the World Champion can do some work. She's found some of those hidden traps there. Some of those skeletons will be popping up, distracting her. She goes for that Inferno. The King, all the Fox perfectly freezing her in time, but she's going to be stuck here. There goes that. The invisibility from that ability was perfect. And she gets the single Inferno down, going towards that south-hand side here as well. And Riras is responding with yet another triple as well, which means Klaus and Teemper, they have to triple it up yet again. Teemper is up with the next attack. He's brought in so many bad spells, and he has a bit of a barge, but the main thing I want to look at here is that he's brought the brand new pet for that Warden, which will make sure that the Warden only targets those defenses. Now, he's starting on that left-hand side. We actually have the Siege already deployed, so we have those Pekkers tanking, double Pekkers from the extra level that came in on that Siege barracks. Walls are open, and the Queen is going to be entering here as well. One Giant is actually doing a fantastic job at tanking that Expo for her, and he's already cleared up around the outside here as well to force the Queen into this compartment. Now, he also has the additional Clan Castle troops, which are going to help him out here. They're going to take quite a bit of damage from that poison, though, so they won't be here for a lot much longer. But the Queen, she's looking good. She even still has her ability. Now, the Warden walk on the right-hand side. He's got some healers to help give him some health back, but he's only going to be going for those defenses now with the new pet, making sure that he ignores all of those collectors on the outside of the base. On the northern side, with a bit of funding from the placement of these buildings, the King can enter pretty nicely there, and the Fireball clears out the entire right-hand side, gets the Eagle Artillery and the Clan Castle down there as well, which only leaves like this strip of defenses. He has an overgrowth spell, which he's using here on some of the splash damage. He does still have some more splash damage on this left-hand side with the scatter shot, but he's got those little golems there, which are able to tank. These bats going from defense to defense, overwhelming this single Inferno as they go towards that secondary one. Do remember, this overgrowth spell will release all of the defenses in the middle of the base, and he still has so much to deploy. The king is on that right-hand side. World champion just got deployed on the left. Unfortunately, the bats did thin out before getting that single Inferno down, forcing the king to go to that revive from the Phoenix already. World champion uses her ability, which does spawn in, might spawn in some additional hogs, which will help for that single Inferno. We'll see how when she does use that one. We've got some ice golems coming in. They're going to be stuck on these walls, though, however, but they are going to be distracting some of these defenses. Poison spell tower still standing in the middle, though, is going to be a bit problematic. But he has that invisibility spell to help protect the world champion. There goes that ability, as we said, to help with that single Inferno. Going towards that multi-Inferno here, freezing the scatter shot and the enemy queen here towards the end. 15 seconds, only 2 more buildings left. And Teemper gets it done. Another triple on the board. Now it is 6 stars each. Darkstar, again, not a botch, but 50 barbarians and 50 wall breakers. Now he's cleared the town hall already. Off of this base, yet some zap quakes in the mix here. The chains from these dragons as well, clearing out all of these buildings around the outside. Now we have some loons coming in just for a bit of help. Few traps do pop up, but these electro dragons are still looking good, especially the one on the right. Pretty much full health as they path towards some of these defenses. Sweep is also pointing in the opposite direction so that they can go in towards the middle of this base. Now, Stone Slammer is joining these Electro Dragons here as they go in towards the middle of the base. The Multi-Inferno and the Scatter is going to do quite a bit of damage, but he's got yet another Electro Dragon, and he's cloning them up and making them invisible to protect them. He did lose 2 of them, and that Spell Tower is doing quite a bit of damage on the remaining 2 that are still here. He's trying to keep them invisible. That one is in range just about to try and get this Multi-Inferno down. Is it going to be enough? Oh, I don't know. Fortunately not. That Multi-Inferno stays up. But what an interesting opener here from Darkstar. He's cleared out quite a lot of the base already. Let's see how much that he can get from the remaining heroes, because he still has that Warden Queen and the King and the Royal Champion still to deploy. A lot of hero power still to push through, and a lot of wall breakers to open up these walls. Now, the King is tanking on this left-hand side as the Queen already starts to approach these defenses. Wall breakers coming in under the rage from that Warden is going to be huge. They're actually going to open up these walls pretty nicely. Headhunter coming in as well for the enemy King so that we can get the enemy King down nice and quickly. And Darkstar sending in the Royal Champion from that right-hand side towards the scatter shot. With more cleanup on the right-hand side. We're also distracting the enemy hero on that right-hand side as well. Queen goes to ability, gains some healers. I don't even know what is happening on this one, but this is such a beautiful hit. Darkstar has pretty much all of his heroes almost at full health here towards the very, very end. Nicely done. Another triple on the board. This is getting close. This is going to be a tough match. I think the last few attacks might be the deciders of this. If it is a complete even match, we will be going to 1v1s again. Teemper has 169 archers. Nice. That's like a super nice. Right, we have some loons on that right-hand side. They're scouting for the blimp that he's sending in, but it found some Seeking Air Mines, but I don't think it meant to get much further from here. It's reaching in. It can get the Multi-Inferno. I don't know about the Eagle Artillery. The King is also still here. He has to make sure that he makes it invisible. We're getting some chains onto the Eagle Artillery. However, not enough to get it down. Don't think they can reach that far. We've got that one archer pulling those clan castle troops, though, to the right-hand side. That those super... I wonder if he wanted to go a little bit further. I wonder if he wanted to go into this compartment here. It's tough when you can't test that far, and the Hound wouldn't have done it either. But he's got that poison down at this moment. He's just being very patient. He is already a minute into the attack, and he's only got 10% down. Very different to your competitive matches here in the Coco Invitational. Now again, he has got the Angry Jelly on the Warden on that left-hand side, so he's going for the defenses around that Town Hall. He is taking up a lot of damage, forcing him to go to ability, but that was the plan because he's got some Quakes in here trying to get the Town Hall down. But it still stands. It's still up. The Angry Jelly's doing some damage, but it's not going to be enough. And the problem is there's one Builder Hut still remaining next to the Town Hall. And it's going to be regenerating health. Queen's pathing towards the right-hand side. He has already opened up the walls into that compartment so we can go and reach that scatter shot on the southern side. King has entrance to the southern side compartment there as well. One more super wall breaker. Archers are coming in already. They are next to that Town Hall. Those Town Hall beams are going to hurt, which is going to be the problem here. Now, the King has got that jump spell, so he can go and do some damage here on the left-hand side, but he's going to go to ability already, as well as get that revive from the Phoenix. Now, 10% in the World Champion for that Town Hall. Did have to get it done. Queen, oh, this is scaring me. He still has 100 archers, but there's so many defenses left. The Queen is struggling with those clan castle troops and the poison. World Champion gains some additional hogs. She's trying to do as much as possible. He's freezing the damage so that the Royal Champion can get these last few defenses down. The Eagle Artillery, though. The Bolty Inferno still up. He has one freeze. Oh, no. Oh no! There's not enough time, even if the Queen makes it! This could be the decider of this match. If they don't get another defense, this is going to be huge for Riras and Darkstar. They now take the lead by 3%. Giving them that extra 1-star lead, 9 stars to 8 as we go into the final round of attacks. Riras has the final attack. Now, this has to be higher than a 97. Ideally, we want to see a triple on the board to end off strong, and that would be the perfect war from Riras and Darkstar. But let's focus on what this blimp is getting up to in the middle of this base, because there's a lot of major defenses here and not a lot of space for any potential traps, so the Blizzard can get some huge value here, chaining off to get these multi-infernos down. The Eagle Artillery, they do pop one of those spell towers though, which means they're going to take quite a bit of damage and they're going to be slowed down, and he's even activated the Town Hall. That might not be ideal. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the remainder of this attack. Now, on that south-hand side, we have the Queen coming in. She's dealing with those clan castle troops that he pulled towards that south-hand side, away from some of these major defenses. We also have a Witch, which is actually huge because the Witch can help tank this Expo on the south-hand side for his Queen. Now, there's also an Ice Golem in here, so once these little skeletons run out, we can have the Ice Golem tanking, but also this is going to give some nice freeze value for the Queen to get some of these defenses down whilst they are distracted. Now another Ice Golem coming in here onto that right-hand side. Some more Super Barbarians, which are picking off some of these defenses around the outside, and he's actually got the World Champion coming in already for that Monolith with a skeleton spell to distract it, freezing it though as well, because we don't want that Queen to be going down too soon. There's so many traps popping up here though. Riras' World Champion does have to go to ability to try and get through this Monolith without losing too much health. Now the Queen, she's looking pretty good. We had those nice freezes, even freezing that scatter shot on the right-hand side. And on the left, he has more skeleton spells, which were distracting the scatter shot on the left-hand side. World Champion does manage to get it down. The enemy Queen standing here, but with the perfect freeze, Riras is even able to get down the enemy Queen on the left-hand side. The walls are open as well. He brought so many wall breakers We had all those wall breakers coming in already, and he still has 3 remaining. Queen has access to get the Townhall down. Headhunter for the King around the outskirts of the base. King is going to ability. Now, because the Townhall is active, it's going to do some damage. I'm worried. We have 27 seconds. It has to be higher than a 93. A 97, I mean, to get the win. And we only have 19 seconds. Only the King, Queen. He's got cleanup on the left-hand side. 15 seconds remain. Oh, no. The Queen is going to go down. Only leaving cleanup on the left-hand side. And the Phoenix, Riras, is not coming through with enough percentage. 83% 2-star puts them at 11 stars to 8. Klaus has to triple, and he will be jumping to the grand finals of the Coco Invitational. Klaus up with the final attack, and he has to triple, and he brought in 50 barbarians, 50 archers, 50 goblins, and 50 wall breakers yet again. Oh my goodness. If he wins this, he'll be going to the upper bracket final up against Kazuma and Stars. Now, $1,000 is on the line. Fireball coming in already again for the Town Hall. Now, it's still standing at the moment, but the healers are just enough, and they're actually not in range of the Town Hall, so the Warden is able to snipe it off without bringing the Quakes in, because the healing power was enough to counter those Town Hall beams. Queen is going to come in here now, pulling the Warden behind her to go for support with that Rage Gem is going to be really nice to help. And she actually even has those healers on her. So this is turning into a Queen Charge with the Warden for support and also making sure that she's raged up. King coming in on that right-hand side. He's got some of those troops coming in already to open up the walls, but also get the funding so the King can go in here and support. Now, the jump is coming through already. Klaus has it deployed to perfectly connect these compartments to get the King in towards the Multi-Inferno and the Eagle Artillery. Royal Champion from the north-hand side. The double skeleton spell to distract the defenses. It's distracting that single Inferno perfectly at the moment for these heroes trying to make their way through. Royal Champion gets that single Inferno down here. Queen gets the Eagle Artillery, and it's all about this left-hand side. Now, he has got quite a few spells still to use. He's using it there on the Royal Champion because she took quite a bit of a hit, and he doesn't want to use that ability just yet. A few Root Riders coming in here from the drill to open up the remaining walls for these heroes. Oh my goodness. We still have so many goblins. So much is pathing through towards the south-hand side, and Klaus has done it. The amount of hogs still remaining. The Queen is still even has her ability. Royal Champion is up. King is still up, and Klaus is flexing. He gets it done, and he's going to the grand finals of the Coco Invitational up against his own teammates. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.